Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Derpify and welcome back to Gnomoria, a Let's Play. So, in this episode we're going to be doing some things, and we're also going to be looking over the changes that have been done in, I think it's 0.8.6 has been released on the July 25th, 2012. So there's a new patch out, and it adds some things and it makes some changes, and it makes things a lot easier and better for a few different sorts of things. So we've got things happening quite well, actually, in the kingdom. Apart from maybe, maybe the mining situation could be a little bit better, but I think we will sort that out a little bit more. Actually, we should just go ahead and quickly build just a little wall here out of dirt. So we can block this off, because that's not needed. It's just a danger area, and there's also that we need to block off, and we need to collect this copper. Oh, there's actually new textures for this copper, so we can see it's a nice little chunk of rock with a beautiful precious bit of orange copper stuck in it, so we can see that clearly. And we should also when did I turn into Sean Connery? We'll place some torches down. Sean Connery is not playing this game, it is actually me. We're going to place some torches down so we can light things up and make sure no golems start spawning, because that will be pretty bad news for a military that doesn't have a whole lot of soldiers. And whoa, okay, so we've got some raw sapphires here, so obviously the textures have changed, and there are some cut sapphires, so we can see the raw sapphires look like a little chunk, and they're sort of like, they look nice, but you know, compared to the cut sapphires, you know, they got nothing. So I've had like 4 sapphires cut, because I briefly had a gem cutter set in the jobs task, but you know, we're not gonna. Where's this? Well, okay, so the wheat's going up to the beer. We've got coal coming over to this stockpile here, and then it's being used in our forge, and it's also being used for the torches. Let's see how Carpenter's got crates and torches. And so on to one of the first changes for version 0.8.6. So let's go ahead and pause the game so I can explain this. And it's called, well, it's not called anything, it's just called designations can be extended. So let's say we have a good example is actually our wood stockpiles here. They're all sort of broken up. Now let's have a look at this one. This stockpile just houses our log planks. What does this one hold? This holds our our planks. So logs and planks. Now planks, all these 3 right here are all planks. Now what do you do if you want to just join them all quickly? Well, apparently this should be a new form of stockpiling that works. Oh, it's actually hard to tell what that used to be, but I think it's about oh, actually no, let's just go ahead. And am I on the right? Yes, I'm on the right layer. Okay, so we should be able to go like this, and wait, oh, I guess we have to start it. We actually have to start it on a place that's viable. Wait, how come it's going? Why is it going red? Oh, I guess the containers. Okay, so I don't think we can merge. We can't merge stockpiles, we can only extend them. So basically what I was going to explain there was basically being able to expand a pasture. So let's say any stockpile pastures, designations for pretty much anything. Let's go ahead and pasture. Now we can extend this. So if we get a better view, we've got like this block here, and we've got a few blocks out here that aren't actually being used by this pasture. So we can select part of the pasture and also the new areas that we want the pasture to use, and there we go. The whole section is now the pasture, and it's much easier to extend as opposed to having to, you know, break it up into all of these different things that you see here. So that basically takes away the problem of what I've had to do here with the farms. So instead of creating this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and having to set them all, I could have just had this one in the new version, and then extend it all the way up, and it's all just its own single one, larger one, without having all the separate little breaks and things like that. So that is incredibly useful. The next thing is rework the storage containers. So storage containers, as you know, they're a bit tricky to handle, and you don't have much direct control over where they go at the moment right now. So you can see all of these crates are sitting here because it's so close to the carpenter, and when those crates were getting made, they just went to the closest stockpile, which was right here, as opposed to going out to here or to here or to here or to anywhere else that might use crates. It's the same with the bags as well. We've got so many bags just sitting here when I need some here. You know, I could use some over here, and also like, I don't know what else I could use it for, but some things the bags are very useful for. So now what happens? Well, right now, if you create a stockpile, no containers are going to go into it. So let's say if I just made any stockpile, it doesn't matter which one, we don't have to make an example, but so this metal stockpile, if I just created this, and actually right now, it's not going to accept any containers. So if I want containers in here, what do? Well, I go ahead to build, and there's a new storage tab here, and I can choose crate, barrel, or bag. So crate is for generally raw materials like foods and rocks and stuff like that. Barrels are for liquids, so your drinks, your milks, and your alcohols. And then yeah, I said that in the alcohols. Don't worry about that. And then your bags, so that's for like your seeds and your bandages and stuff like that. So we're gonna want to make a new crate. Or place a new crate, and you'll see that you can only place these inside of stockpiles. So that's basically what you're doing. You're designating a square of a stockpile to have a crate. So now there's going to be a crate that gets made, and it's going to just turn up here. So it's going to be placed here, and it doesn't come straight here, it doesn't come straight here, it doesn't come anywhere else. It only goes to where I have designated the containers to go. So it's way more useful than it used to be. Actually, we don't really need, let's go ahead and cancel this. I think we need about maybe one crate. So let's go ahead and build a few more crates in the places that we need them. So a good place would be on our stone block. We could use about 4, maybe 4 will be enough. And then our raw iron, and no, not raw iron, it's actually raw, just any type of ores, is sitting there. And then we have our dirt that sits here. So we'll just place 2 containers. Actually, dirt does stack, so that was actually a bad idea. We don't need really containers for that amount of dirt, so we can just go ahead and cancel those 2 crates because they stack nicely in here. Is that battle? Is that battle music? Who is in battle? No one's in. Oh shit! Oh shit! There's battles. There's battles going on. I think the goblin's bleeding and the goblin has died. Okay, so we can actually see the helmet. Here is actually very, very face covering. Look at that! It just covers his whole entire head, which is great to see, and that's just fantastic. So we've got the milk churning out. We've got the Great Hall extended to include all this stuff, and so downstairs we need more. We basically need more metals, because okay, so we can see a little lump here. What is that a lump of? It's a lump of copper ore. So the forge is working towards just more bars, and then we have our weaponsmith working towards a sword. So priority, we're actually going to put that up a little bit higher to the first priority, because we kind of need some stuff to battle off all the evils. We can actually check if anyone has been hurt in the events, or maybe it's okay. So the goblin has died. Combat, so the group fight, feeling faint, Clevold kicks the. So I don't think anyone actually got injured, which is a fantastic thing. We don't want people. Miana chops with her copper felling axe at the goblin and mixes. Oh, she missed. Miana, what are you doing, man? You gotta act as if the goblin is a piece of wood and just strike at him and be like, no, I don't want you to eat my lettuce and my strawberries and my yak milk. So I still do have a cold, and that is going to affect obviously my voice and how long I can speak for. So there might be some editing things that happen in this video that I'm like, what? But don't worry about that. That's just that's pretty standard stuff. You don't really have to. You shouldn't worry about that too much. You probably will, but that's completely up to you. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. I really shouldn't be, because no one has been really making a big deal out of it, which is fantastic. And where are these ores actually going? Let's see if it's. They're going in stone, raw stone. Are any of our metal ores aren't going there? Are they coming here? What the? Let's find out. Metal ores aren't going there. So okay, so I think we have to make a new stockpile for just metal ores. Where's that going to fit in though? Actually, it's not that difficult to just because with the new system of placing things, we can designate a stockpile only, like, you know, just one square, I guess. We'll go goods, we'll go metal, and we'll just go for ores right next to the forge and where basically it's going to be used. And then if we go ahead and build a storage container, we're going to want to place the crate there. So place a crate. We're actually going to need more crates placed. And my volume is really quiet, but don't worry because I'll fix that in editing. And torches, okay, so crates and torches. Where are our logs? Where are our logs sitting? They're all sitting out here. Okay, I understand. There's a lot of food sitting out here as well. Do I have to grab that? I shouldn't have to grab that. They should just automate. Oh, look at all these strawberries. Oh my god, that's delicious. Okay, so okay, so the border around here has been created. Like the border, you know, like the underneath part of this dirty little terrace of beautiful farming. We can actually cut down some more trees, I think, because it appears to me that not enough of our trees are moving into oh, here's some birch trees sitting in here. That's fantastic in the new log stockpile. Let's go ahead and cut some more trees down. And actually we do have some saplings sitting around, so let's go ahead and just place some more of those. So we go plant trees. I don't care which clipping it is. So let's go ahead and make like sort of a row here, and then a bit of a row here, and then because we've already got these ones placed, and it's going to take a few days for those to grow. So just have a few patches built around here and there, which is going to make it much easier for us to have a sustainable version of a natural forest. Okay, so we've got all the doorways too wide. That's fantastic. Limit containers. Okay, so that was a note that I don't need to worry about anymore because it has been fixed in the patch. When you have a good looking block. Okay, so redoing the Great Hall and the entrance. I want to do that. This is my plan. Right now, the entrance is very, very inconspicuous. It is just a little hole, 2 by 2 wide hole that just has doors, and that's basically it. And I think there is a way to access inside here. I don't think there should be because I should have blocked it off properly when I was playing last time. I think I have, which is a great thing because no one will be able to jump into the yak's little area there and slaughter them, because enemies will want to do that, and that is just a completely retarded thing to do. Why would you slaughter a beautiful yak that you're not even going to eat? Because goblins want to eat my gnomes, they don't want to eat yaks, and it's just crazy. So it was pointed out to me in the last episode, or it was a previous episode, I can't remember exactly which one, that the stonecutter is actually red. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the problem is here. A viewer did suggest that maybe it's because they can't get to it, but it appears that, you know, oh, there's actually a pet rock right here and a statuette, 2 pet rocks, which is crazy. We should place them eventually in Windbob's room because he deserves a new sort of nice little pet rock. And but it appears that the gnomes can just, you know, walk freely between workshops, so you can see people will run directly through here and in and out of here. So I don't think it is an access issue. It may very well be, but I sort of began to think maybe because we're actually cutting bauxite blocks. Maybe do we have how much we do have like a lot of bauxite, so the supply is not the issue. Maybe it's someone. Let's go ahead and see. We've got 2 masons and 2 stone carvers, so it's not an issue with the jobs. I was thinking that maybe it's an issue with a stockpile, like it's got nowhere to go, because if I click on this in the right place, we should be able to see that there's, well, I think the last time I tried this, there was, along with the stone cutter, it would come up with like a whole ton of bauxite blocks. And I was thinking, okay, so there's obviously nowhere for anyone to put them, so the production has stopped. But now that's completely gone now, so I'm not completely sure. I don't know if I should deconstruct it and place it somewhere else, because that is going to take time away from all the other things that, oh my god, this sawmill actually got created. So let's go ahead and put planks onto repeat, because we do need a lot of planks for all the stuff that we're creating right now. Containers are very important at the moment, that's for sure. What is being created out of this here? So crates, torches, and crates. Okay, that's fantastic. So if we check out our stocks, we can see not furniture. It's actually, oh wait, I think it is furniture. Is it? No, it must be. Maybe that hasn't been added actually, because it's a bit of a new system. That should, okay, storage has been added, crates, so we've got no crates, no barrels, and no bags. How do we get some bags over here? Should we make some bags? Okay, let's make 2 bags, and have, I think, let's have bandages on repeat. Bandages is very important. And actually, let's go ahead and make sure that we've got storage containers designated right on our area here, so that we can use up more space a bit better. I know there are a ton of bags there, but due to the switch of how the containers work, I'm not 100% sure as to whether that is being, that they are being used, or whether I have to. Let's just click on one. Okay, so that's empty. That's empty as well. I think maybe they're all empty and they're not being used right now because of the change, but I think these barrels were working earlier. I think I did see how much we got. 280 food and 117 drink. We actually need to get the drink back on the move, so let's go ahead and how much fruit and okay, so let's craft wine and actually repeat it, and we'll put in a couple beer, because I don't think I have as much wheat at the moment. Yeah, so the wheat is being farmed and it is actually going quite well, but it's not up to a point where I can just keep creating beer without any hitches, because that's just going to end up destroying our stockpile. And the weaponsmith still going on the sword. That is not going as quick as I thought, because no one has actually come down here and grabbed any of these ores. There's a lot of other stuff that people are working on. You know what? We should actually go ahead and I was going to create that stockpile, but I actually got sidetracked. So let's create wait a minute. I did create this stockpile, and it is right here. There's supposed to be a container that goes onto there, a crate. So let's put the priority up to 1 and see if that's going to change anything. Basically, everyone's just running around now. I think, like everyone, let's see, are there many idle? There are 7 idle people. That's kind of crazy. I thought everyone would be like full on, just doing crazy stuff. But let's forage some of this stuff here. Definitely some of these. Oh, look at these apples and stuff. They're just sitting out here. All these strawberries. It's just like, I don't even have to do it on the farms because that's already automated. Kind of crazy. Maybe there's some new workshop that we can build. Let's go ahead. Workshop. Stone. We don't need stone carvers. We've got loom and tailor. The butcher shop. I think. Let's get a kitchen. Okay, so we need a table, blocks, and planks. So the kitchen. I haven't actually thought about this. Where is the kitchen gonna go? It could go in here. It could go in this section here. So let's place the kitchen right here and get a mining task out, so we can just like get a larger kitchen dug out, which is going to be fantastic. So here's where the kitchen's going to stay. I guess I could have placed it closer to here, but all this food is basically ready to eat. So I think what I should do for this stockpile is, instead of making it all food, I will just make it foods that they can eat straight away. So fruits, eggs they can't eat straight away, meat, if it's raw they can't eat it, sausages they can't eat it, a loaf of bread, can they eat that? I assume they can. So that's where finished and ready to eat food is going to be, for people to just run in the door and eat it quickly, and then go out and do whatever tasks, or come back in and do whatever tasks they were doing. So yeah, we're getting this mined out, and once this, okay, so we got these containers placed here, so we can see that the new container system is working properly. These crates have been placed, and we've got people actually going downstairs now that we have a stockpile and grabbing all the copper. So I think with that we should dig a little bit deeper, because we do have some torches backed up in our inventory right now. So let's go ahead and mine out down here. Because I don't think we'll make it too long, but we will do some some fantastic branch mining like we have done in the past to try and get the most efficient the use of basically our time and our money. Even though there isn't, I don't think there is a currency system, but it doesn't have a name yet. Very unfortunate, but people are being suggesting on the forums, so maybe there's going to be shillings, maybe there's going to be, I don't know, gold pieces. I have no idea right now. There has been a poll going on, but I don't think the developer said anything about it. He's like, yeah, let's just work out some much more important things before we get money sorted out. And having said that, I could use a trader. So if no one's building this yet, how many planks do I have? That's what I need to check. Items, planks, wood. How many wood planks do I have? 8. Only 8. That, why isn't this sawmill being used? Maybe because I don't have enough gnomes with the correct jobs to actually utilize that, which is kind of crazy. Because I've got 16 gnomes, but some of them are just idling. So what are those idling people? How do I find that? Okay, so status idle. Zhenwangla, the idler. She is, what is she? She is a rancher. So you know what? Let's get her doing something else. I could get her. Okay, she's already doing cooking. Hauling, I don't think she should do that because that is a lot of jobs for her. But there's got to be something that she can take up. Miscellaneous crafting, pottery. We're not even doing pottery. So there's some optimization that I should be doing here, but I can't really figure out what, other than hauling, which like most people are doing anyway. It's hard to guess what. Oh, so that's being. Is that being okay? So that's being like collected. We do have a lot. Whoa, are these crates full? Okay, so these crates right now are full, and that means no one's going to bring any more of these apples and this delicious food in, and our drink is actually at 101. Is someone is working on that? Who is working on that? Because it doesn't, I don't know if it's being particularly Bob Jones is working on it. How are you when it comes to brewing, sir? You are a 7. So it appears that almost all of my gnomes are pretty bad brewers, which is not the best thing. I guess because I haven't had a brewer open for long as things like mining and cutting and farming and things like that. So maybe Mr. Bob Jones or Mrs. Bob Jones is just going to have to stick with it because she's like bringing in like these beautiful apples and just like placing. Is she placing them in the barrel? Yeah, she is placing them in the barrels, which is fantastic. Windball down here, the miner, is actually. He's actually the mayor, and as we all know, he likes to cut stones. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead and get the torches. I haven't been keeping an eye on this, which is very unfortunate. We'll get a torch here. Okay, so we can see the surrounding ores, and there's actually there's no copper and things like that. So we're just gonna light up this place. Light up your life, just like that, and then we're gonna dig some stairs down. So let's go ahead and dig the stairs down, and okay, let's just place it there. That's fine. Someone's gonna come and dig that out so we can get deeper, and I think we should go much deeper. So we can see that we've just dug this out. Let's go ahead and mine out a little section of wall, and then actually we should make a bit of a square there, because that makes a little bit more sense. It gives us a feel for what is actually here. Let's go ahead and dig once again further down, because we're going to want more stairs down, because once you get down into cave systems and like things like that, you're probably going to find ores much easier to actually get to and to discover. So placing stairs down, mining out new branches and things like that. Let's go ahead and do that down here. Okay, so new section, new layer. We're actually pretty deep by now. So let's go ahead and create some of these pathways that will allow us to see pretty much a cross section of what we're dealing with in terms of what is actually making up these areas. We should actually like do across here, just in case we miss anything. Can't see any ores at the moment, at least. Let's go ahead and extend this and continue on with the grid system, because it's actually quite handy if you don't want to spend all your time that's actually that's okay. We'll just like do across there. Okay, so dirt, we've got some bauxite, lapis lazuli, and there's not actually a whole lot going on down here in terms of our ores. So let's go ahead and continue on with our digging. I'm gonna actually see if I can place like stairs down on top of. Oh, I don't think I can place them like on top of each other, so that would reduce how much time I have to spend. We're doing some more mining. I want to find some more ores. I want to find some more things that will help us protect our village. We've killed one goblin. No one has died, which is a fantastic thing. We've sorted out a lot more of these stockpiles, so they're going to be used much more efficiently. And so yeah, my name is Ninja Derpify. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you can like it and you can leave a comment on what you thought about it. If you want to see any improvements or things like that, I would really appreciate some feedback. So do leave a comment. Do leave some sort of reminder. Maybe you can write a note on your computer screen, and then you can take a picture of it, and then you can send it to me, and then I'll be like, why did this person go through the trouble of doing all this stuff instead of just, you know, typing with his keyboard? Well, for starters, maybe because I just said that and I suggested what you should do, but don't really listen to that. So yeah, my name is Ninja Derpify. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.